Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. What is this?
Good morning. We're hearing you loud and clear.
Good morning.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up?
Good morning.
Morning. Good morning, Frank. Good morning, Vanessa, Nate, Nicole. What am I missing? Lion, Avanice. Can y'all hear my dog barking? So something is not working. Boy, shut up. No, I'm in a meeting. Ah! Oh, we about to fight it here. Okay. Oh, okay. You hear them Zoom bells. You know what that means. You doing it on purpose. All right. All right. Okay. Where's Susan when you need her, huh? I need to send him over to her house for her one dog household. All right. All right. Let's get this meeting started. Guys, can you still hear me? Yeah, I can see you can. All right. Welcome to the morning leads meeting. Um, for everyone who is here that's new, we are here every single Friday. My name is Jennifer J, and I am your host. My co-host is Alana Speaks, and we are here every single Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern. We use the same Zoom link. It'll be the same Zoom link next year. It will not change. And we advertise on multiple platforms for this meeting. Um, we created this, we didn't create, we picked this group up from both of our business coach, and it was created to help you expand your network, because being an entrepreneur, being a business owner, is hard. Sometimes it gets lonely. Sometimes you quit every other day, and you want to be able to have a network and a community where you could come and receive support, but also receive real information that's not that you could trust, and that can help you move forward or stay informed in your business. Did I hit record? Okay, sorry. All right. And so also we want to bring you up to date information, learning opportunities, and help you generate leads for your business. You never know who's in this meeting or who's watching this meeting, who can utilize your service. And so one of the parts of the meeting that I love is our leads portion, where we network and introduce ourselves, and we work on that every week, right? Some of us are working on different ways to introduce ourselves, and some of us are trying to sharpen our introduction. Excuse me. Um, so the way we run this meeting is we do an introduction, a welcome, which is what I'm doing. Warm welcome, welcome. We do 20 minutes of business strategy, whether that's in the form of a speaker, whether that's in the form of a mastermind, whether it's in the form of a group discussion, or sometime I may just have you guys do breakouts to get to know one another in the meeting. After that is where you shine. For 30 minutes, we do our leads portion where we want you to introduce yourself. And when you come up and introduce yourself, you're going to get 30 seconds. We want you to tell us who you help, what problem you're solving for them, what's the solution, and how they can reach you. We want you to verbally communicate how they can reach you, because these meetings are recorded, and with them being recorded, they do not have access to the chat. So after you speak, you're going to drop your information in the chat, and we all in here are able to network in the chat, but they won't. So you're going to drop your information in the chat, but you're going to verbally communicate how we can get in touch with you. All right. Also, if you want access to the replays of these sessions, I put the link in the chat. Click the replays button. If you want to become a speaker, if you want to present, click that link as well to present on the morning leads meeting. It should prompt you to schedule a calendar. An appointment with me. So, all right. Are there any questions about anything I said or shared? Or any questions? Some housekeeping. What's today? Oh. So next week is our last meeting of this year. So December 19th is our last meeting. So it will be the last leads meeting of the year. We will not be here December 26th. We will not be here January 2nd. We will be picking up on the second Friday in January. We will pick up for the rest of the year. We do take off for holidays just to give Elijah and myself a break, and let us spend time with our families or sleep in or whatever we want to do on Friday at 10 o'clock. So just to let you guys know that. And all right, if there are no questions, we can roll into our presentation and get this party started right. All right, so your presenter today is none other than little old me. And today I am going to talk about process automation. All right, so wait a minute. All right. All righty. 1 second. Let me pull this chat up. Okay. So today we are going to talk about what is process automation and why does your business need it, right? So most businesses don't really understand what this is, but every single business needs it. Okay. And I'm going to break it down to you so you understand what it is. You never hear me say this, but this is really what it is. And so let's get into it. All right. So most businesses, hold on. Yeah. Okay. So most businesses are suffering in one or two ways. Either they're suffering because they're burning themselves out by doing so much, or they're suffering because they don't have enough business, right? And so the two go together, because if you're stuck in the admin portion of your business, you don't have time to put to marketing your business, to bringing awareness to your business, to networking. I forgot who said it, but they were like, you should be obsessed with marketing in your business. You can't be obsessed with marketing in your business if you don't have your internal processes streamlined, right? And automated. I know you hear this word all the time and you're like, what is this automation? What is it for? I don't need automation. I don't want to lose the human touch. All of those are excuses. Even if you have a small business and it's just you and you want to keep it small, you still need some form of automation because your business is not about you. I'm going to say it again. Your business is not about you. Yes, you created your business to solve a problem. You created your business to supply a service, but that business becomes less about you and way more about what your customers want and what people want when they come and they patronize your business. So you should be developing your business for your customers, not for you. Now, if you know, I'll give you a prime example. Arba. Arba knows that majority of her audience is not tech savvy. So certain things she has to put in place for that. But it's not like she's not using automation. She's not calling these people and saying, hey, sign up for my free Canva class. No, they still have to click a link and fill some information out, and they still get an email and they still have to join. She's not giving them that personal touch of sitting there calling the phone. She could not do that and run a business. So we do have to sacrifice what we want to kind of make sure that we're protecting ourselves. So just to give you some stats, 60% of your time is spent on administrative. And that's been the case with every company that I work on. Every company that I work on is doing something that AI or automation can handle, and they have not fixed that problem because number one, they didn't know it was a problem. And number two, they just really didn't know what to do to fix it or who to go to. And so majority of the time when people come to me and they say they want AI, I have to backtrack them to do process automation. Okay. And so we're going to talk about that. So right here it says manual. I think this is really important. Manual processes don't just waste time. They cause costly errors, missed deadlines, and frustrated clients because everybody wants things right now. Now, while you're working with them, you could give them that personal touch. But to just interact with your business, you can't be everywhere and touch every person. Okay. All right. So what is process automation? So process automation, it's simply taking your step-by-step processes and turning them into an automatic system. Something that happens automatically with no manual input. That's it. That's simplified. You won't find that anywhere. That's my definition to simplify it for you. And so when we think about process automation, just think of the two words. It's really business process automation, but if you think of process automation, you want to automate your processes, right? For two reasons: to save yourself, number one, and to get your company ready to scale. A lot of processes that I come into contact with companies are not scalable, and they're like, I need to hire an assistant, I need to do this, I need to do that. But because you're number one, I'll give you a prime example: signing in with Google. That's not scalable because you need to do a username and a password so that could be passed on, unless whatever you're using allows you to create additional users. So that's just one process that's not scalable, that we need to change, right? Simple things like calendars, automation, having somebody be able to book a calendar with you, right? And there are so many options out here where we could use tools that don't require code, that doesn't require technical expertise like I have. A lot of this stuff doesn't require that just for you to get started, right? And it's not about AI or chatbots or any of that. It's about strategically freeing your team and yourself, right? From things that you don't need to have them do and have them focus on high value work. Okay. And so if you want to get the ball rolling in your mind and think about that, think about scheduling appointments, sending invoices, following up on leads, routing client information to the next step or to the next person to hand off without having to manually do that, right? So a lot of people are flipping into, yes, they're using AI because they don't want to pay somebody to sit and answer the phone. It's not helping contribute to the operations and the acquisitions they need for the business. Hopefully this is making sense. Okay, now let's talk about what this real impact looks like, right? So I really should have used the company I just worked on this week, but we'll use this one. So a cleaning company, right? A cleaning company needs to get cleaning contracts and they need to go out and they need to do the cleaning. Most of the time, they have to go supervise. So even if they have staff, they have a high turnover, they have to go supervise, make sure the people are doing what they need to do. They can't do that if they're stuck in the office doing things manually. Cleaning businesses can run ads, give people offers, have people sign up automatically, and get those people scheduled, you could pay your deposit and get them on the schedule. Simple. They don't need to be there to answer and text people back and forth, right? And so if you reduce that administrative time, it gives them more time to get out here and meet people and get contracts and do those things. So those are revenue generating activities. So being able to cut that time in half, yep, Nate, is what they need, right? And then now they're able to bill their clients and increase their billable hours that they're charging these clients and the commercial clients and things like that because they're freeing up their time. But this was like topsy turvy, right? And so they don't have time. It's a lot of errors. Money is slipping through the cracks, right? Money is slipping through the cracks because they're forgetting the invoice. I forgot, did I send this invoice? Did I not send this invoice? Did they pay? Did they not pay? So a lot of that stuff is a hot mess, and we need process automation to clean that up so that we can send the invoice, make them pay, have the automation remind them to pay, and then have it mark paid and put it where you can see, okay, yes, this person paid, we're good, they're good, and send them a review. So now I can make you market for me, right? Reviews are the cheapest advertising you could do because people trust people, right? And so just being able to automate, like Nate said, automate or fall behind, right? And so I just want you to think as I wrap up about things that you could do in your business. These 4 areas are the 4 areas that I see, that I work on, that I immediately attack all the time. Onboarding and appointment management being the top 2, because most businesses don't have that. Once you sign up, what happens next? And then once you sign up, it's manual. Right now, certain businesses, we can only go to a certain point, right? So I have a retainer client that's an insurance agent, and we can only automate up to the point where she writes the policy. The rest of that is handled in the other platform. But all of this needs to be automated. sometimes you can't get past, you can't automate everything. Something you have to have a hybrid approach, right? But the more you automate, the better it is. And then the better it is the easier it is for you to have someone else come in and take over, right? And so when we talk about client onboarding, we're talking about intake forms, putting that in your CRM system. So a CRM system is a customer relationship management system. Every single business should have one. MailChimp is not a CRM. Monday.com is not a CRM. A true CRM system will allow you to have a one to many approach. And that's what we need, because we need to be able to market and also flip that customer into a client or customer in the same system, right? And so you cannot do that in Monday.com. You cannot do that in MailChimp. You cannot do that in Dubsado. You cannot do that in, I forgot the name of the other one, Honeybook. Those Honeybook and Dubsado are CRM systems, but they're one-to-one CRM systems. And what that means is you can only email and text that one client. There is no mass texting, no mass emails. You can talk to that one client one-on-one. And yes, it has everything you need in it, where it's going to, keep the record of that conversation, what they bought, what they purchased, but it's just one-on-one. When you get into trying to send mass, when you try to get into doing mass marketing or mass emails, or I need to email all my clients and blah, blah, blah. Now you got to go and get another system and duct tape it together. So it just doesn't make sense. And so appointment management, right? You would be amazed at how many people don't have reminders. Remind people to show up to the appointment. Just because they booked it, you're halfway there. Now you got to make sure they show up. So just because they booked it doesn't mean they remember. I have booked appointments with people and it never went on my calendar. They never sent a reminder. So I forgot about it. Because if it's not on my calendar, number one, it didn't happen. Number two, you got to remind me about it, right? And then financial workflows, automating your payments. Your people paying you should not be dependent on you being present. They should be able to go and pay you whenever they want to pay you, outside of you having to invoice clients. We're not talking about clients that need invoicing, and those can be set on reoccurring if that's the case, right? Also, team coordination. So task management. This is huge, because whether it's you or a team, you should always be preparing yourself for a team, whether you have one or not. And so you get prepared so you don't have to, you stay prepared so you don't have to get prepared, right? And so team tasks, what's going to happen after this? Who am I handing this off to? Usually you're handling it until you bring a team in, because the goal is to always relieve yourself of that. It just makes the transition easier. All right. And then I just want to say, you don't need an IT team. You don't need a degree in IT. A lot of these platforms are designed for business owners and not programmers, but we get so that we just don't understand. Technically, your phone is probably more complicated than these systems. You just need to sit still and figure them out. And that's where a lot of people fall short, because they get so overwhelmed instead of sitting with it and going through whatever videos they have, or saying, hey, I got the money, I'm just paying somebody to set it up and teach me how to do it. But either way, you need to put this into your business, because honestly, without these automated systems, no one is ever going to look at your business seriously to purchase it, to offer you help, to invest in it or do any of that. The systems are the secret. I mean, it is. I literally can tell you guys that I had a client that missed a 1.5 million deal because she didn't have these systems together. I had another client who had the opportunity to work with Alex Hormozi, but the systems wasn't together. So if you hire somebody to do your systems, let them do your systems. Because a lot of times when the business owner gets involved, you're messing stuff up. I'm just take it from me. I'm letting you know. And then most of them are affordable. They're already set up and templated for you. You just gotta use it. And then they have support. They have pre-built templates, video tutorials. So a lot of them are competing. So they're trying to make it easier for you. Okay. And then I want to talk about that. And then how do you get started? This is what I need you to do. For a week, I need you to sit and pay attention to what you're doing every day of the week. If you use a Pomodoro timer, it will help you identify what you're spending time on, because you could set sprints. So if you say an hour, okay, I'm gonna work an hour sprints. You're gonna have to put in there what you're working on. And then it'll reset, it'll schedule your breaks for you and all of that. This way you can have a running tab. Just get a little notebook, some paper, whatever. It doesn't have to be some intricate system, and write down what you did. Okay, today from this time to this time, I did this, from that, I did this, and just keep going for the whole week. Then come back and analyze that and see what's redundant. And that's how you identify what you can automate. People always ask me that question, and my answer is look at what you spend too much time on, things you just simply don't want to do, and things that are repetitive. Those things need to be automated. And then also something that somebody else could be doing, that's what you automate. And so you automate as much as you can, and then you can jump in when you want to. And then that way, now you know what you need. A lot of people don't know what they need because they haven't analyzed it. And they're just jumping into systems because they saw, oh, that's cool, but does that fit your business? Get systems and software that fit your business, not because you saw it here or somebody was using it or everybody's doing this or everybody's doing that. No, do what works for your business and what's comfortable for you till you could pay somebody to manage it. And then last but not least, make sure you set a goal, launch your first automation, always have a way for people to pay you automatically. That's the number one rule. Okay. And then listen, I just want you guys to stop the drain. Okay. Stop the time suck. Stop the manual processes, because everybody else is passing you by and nobody has time to wait. Nobody wants to email you. If your main source of contact is email, you need to automate. They should be going to a landing page. They should have a link that you drop. And then even if that's just a contact us form, that's what you need to have for people, right? So that they can immediately connect with you. All right. All right. That is all I have for you today. And I just want to leave off by saying the best time to automate was yesterday. The second best time is today. Your future self will thank you. Trust me, your future self will thank you for taking action now. All right. Does anybody have any questions? Yeah. Nate said, no matter the size of your business, you need it to be built to scale. Right. Right. Arba, yes.
Well, first of all, Jennifer, yay. And I want to pass the plate because you preached. And I say that sincerely because I have been trying to work with you and pass you leads, and I include myself in this, in that there's a lot of us solopreneurs out here that are struggling, doing exactly like what you're saying, but we're on that I can't afford it, you know. And I'm gonna throw Avanice in here, is that there really needs to be, it's I'm talking to myself here. It's not about I can't afford it. It's about finding those other places. You got to make some money to be able to afford to do it. Just like people say about virtual assistants. I can't afford one. But anytime, and I'm talking to myself, that you can't afford something, or you say you can't afford something, that means you need to increase your revenue. So, I'm just saying, is there, and I know I keep asking you this question, Jennifer, but I want to make sure I'm passing you the right leads. And I know you just say, just pass them, but do you have like a plateau or a cutoff or something where with a solopreneur that, it's like you need to be making this much money to justify or something, putting a system in place?
So what I found with that is, first of all, most of my business owners are solopreneurs. And so what I found with that is that most businesses that are just starting don't need to be referred to me because they're not ready with their mindset, and that I can't afford it. If I went down and said, hey, I'm gonna give you a system for $97 a month, you tell me you can't afford it, then you should not be talking to me at all. You need to go to someone's community so that you can get some help with your mindset and figuring that out, because business is all about figuring out how to make it, right? And so you're trying to tell me that you can't afford it. I only work with businesses who have a proven concept, number one, have customers or clients, and have business. I could put a financial, I could put money on it, which I could say 200,000 or 500,000. But a $30,000 business, $30,000 a year business can excel with automation. I've done it. Their mindset just has to be right. And so that business had nothing. And they were only making 30,000. Why? Because they were doing everything manually. But once we put the automation in place, then they skyrocketed. So it depends on their mindset. If they're on there giving you a bunch of excuses, don't send them over here. That's the ones. If they're like, yes, I need to do this, then let's go, because make it work. I'll make it work.
Okay.
You just have to have the right mindset, and you got to pay me. You can't get on here and ask me for all this stuff, and then you don't want to put. Oh, I can't afford that. Come on, man. Prices of everything is going up. So you want to build, you can pay me to
I
build
respect and appreciate that. That's why I'll keep training them.
Yeah, you can send them over here, and I will kindly do that, and let them know, like, hey, because
no, I want to respect.
job,
I want to respect what you do, and I also don't want to misset expectations, because I think that you have. Well, not I think. I know that you have gotten to a level in your business that that you're not like, oh, I just send them my way. Just I need leads. It's not about that, because that's what I train and teach people. No, there's good leads, and then you qualify them into prospects. So, I'm not trying to just send you anything breathing.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it, but I do, I have a heart to help. That's why I'm doing this. But I've also had a heart to help and put myself in a bad predicament. And so I know that I can't do that
Right.
anymore. But I do have room now to be able to help. So there's many people who I'm like, look, I'll just give you the basic stuff. I'll give you $97 and come on, let's roll. That'll help you. And you'll have a system you'll be able to run and go for it. And then there's people who pay me 3,000, 5,000, and they pay, couple $100 a month. It just depends on where you at in business.
Yeah, because I know I had to get to a point that I absolutely don't do any free consultations, because free consultations, when people come to me for a free consultation, they really want free training. So they come to me and say, "Can you look at my website and tell me what I need to change? Can you tell me how to turn an MP4 into an MP3?" It's like
ChatGPT
that's
ChatGPT, put your stuff in ChatGPT and then come to me. I'll give you and I'll wrap this up so we can go to our leads portion. The person who I've been working on for a week found me through ChatGPT. And that's what I was telling Nicole last week. And so he's not the first person. Somebody else did that as well. And ChatGPT recommended me. She didn't turn out to be a customer because she wasn't a good fit. But I was like, wait, I was so busy trying to ask her what she put in ChatGPT that brought my name up, my company name. She said it brought my company name up. I'm like, what did you put in there? But she couldn't tell me because she was in the car, her internet was shoddy, and it was all this stuff. But I was just like, wow, you can use ChatGPT now. So a lot of this stuff they don't need you for, or you can use AI agents and have them go to them AI agents and ask them questions. And then that'll get them into your lead nurture, and you can just nurture them and take them questions and put them in emails and send them on. And then when you're ready, come on. All right, awesome. All right, well, thank you so much. I want to turn it over to my co-host, Elijah. I did put my information in the chat, so definitely connect with me. I am shutting my business down for 2 weeks in December so I can focus on my business. I have a high level community where I'm teaching how to use high level, how to set it up, but I can't finish the videos because I keep getting customers. So I will have that done and ready to launch before we break. I'm almost done, y'all. All right.
Awesome. So this is the time where we get to actually network a little bit and do your elevator pitch. For those of you who haven't done an elevator pitch before, I want you to imagine that you're literally in an elevator and your ideal client is in that elevator, or your ideal partner is in that elevator. And you have 30 seconds to tell them exactly what you do, who you do it for, the problem you solve, and a way to get in contact with you. We want you to make sure, above all things, that you do tell us how to get in contact with you at the end, whether that be an email, a phone number, or a website. The reason why is that this event is going to be recorded and archived. When people look at the recording, they will not have access to the chat. So if you do put your information in the chat, that's great for the 13 people that are here, but it does not affect the thousands of people that will hear your pitch later. So make sure you out loud state how to get in contact with you. So that way we can make sure that someone can support you or someone can give you a referral, etc. Okay. So to get started, I want you to go to the bottom of your screen. There is a heart that says react. And I want you to click on that heart. And then 2 buttons up, there's a button that says raise hand. Click on that button that says raise hand, so that way your hand is raised just like mine is raised right now. So I'll give you a second to do that really quickly. Perfect, Vanessa. Thank you. Great. Great job, Arba. I appreciate that. Well done, Frank. There you go, Tammy. And yes, I am waiting for you, Avanice and Ada. We are not letting you off the hook. You are going to give your pitch, and we are going to do it in order. There you go. Awesome job. All right. So the way this will work, we'll have a timer that'll be ran by Jennifer J. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let you go for it. After you're done with your pitch, we're more than likely going to either give you some tips or give you some accolades for how you did it. So I hope you're okay with positive criticism to help you with your goals. This is a safe space. So it's okay if you mess up. You don't have to be perfect. If you're reading your pitch, you can read it. No big deal. Okay. We want you to get better, but we do encourage you to turn your camera on for this portion. The reason why is people like to buy from people they like, know, and trust. And it is a lot easier to like someone when you know what they look like. It's a lot easier to feel like you know them when you can see them. And it's impossible to trust them if you've never seen their face. If you did your elevator pitch for me with a ski mask on, I would be terrified. Okay, so I definitely want you to make sure you have your camera on so that way we can connect with you. Okay, and then Nicole Jolie, you can raise your hand too. So that way we can put you in order and call on you in order by clicking the react button and then raise hand. I know you're great with technology, so you'll figure that out, no problem. And Tammy, we would love for you to turn your camera on so we can get to know you face to face. All right. So the first person that we're going to have actually pitch is Vanessa. So, and I believe I'm saying your name correctly. I hope I am. All right, great. So on your mark, get set and pitch.
Hello, my name is Vanessa, and I'm a transaction coordinator. And what I do is I help real estate agents and also brokers. What I do is I do the admin work so I can take a lot of time off their hands so they can focus on the client.
And how would someone get in contact with you?
And you can contact me at www.serenitypropertysolutions.com. And that's the name of my business, Serenity Property Solutions.
Great job, Vanessa. Thank you very much for stepping up. I know that you're new to the group, at least I'm guessing you are. All right. And we're just going to tell you you did an awesome job. We're not going to criticize you too much. You're brand new. We're just going to build you up, not kick you down. Okay. So way to go. As we go through this, you might hear some other people use other techniques, whether they be stories or examples or statistics. Feel free to steal with pride. That's how a lot of people get good here. They steal other people's tips that they do that they really like, and then they add it to their pitch, and then they try it next week. And then before you know it, you're at a networking event and you're confident and you sound like a rock star and you're getting leads like your name's Jennifer J. So many leads that you have to cancel your schedule for 2 weeks because you're just kicking butt every single week. Okay, so keep up the good work and keep on showing up, Vanessa. Thank you for your participation. Arba Cooper, go for it. On your mark, is set, pitch.
Okay, I had to put my glasses on. All right, I'm talking to all of you all solopreneurs that are struggling with your digital marketing. Get off that struggle bus and get on the Arba train. Woo, woo! I can work with you and help you to understand digital marketing and have fun doing it. So you can reach me at arbacooper.com. And if you want to come to any of my free events, just go to arbaevents.com. My next one is social media. That's on December 18th. I will drop that in the chat. Thank you very much and happy holidays.
Awesome job. Great job, Arba. As you can tell, she's conditioned us to oot, right? Every single time because she's been consistent. And I think that's a fun way to kind of be memorable, right? So great job, Arba. Frank, on your mark, get set and pitch.
I'm here for a completely different reason. I'm just here to meet people. I am in the film industry, so it doesn't really match getting leads or anything to that effect. But I just moved here a little over a year ago from Los Angeles, so I'm just looking to meet people and meet local businesses because I'm starting, from scratch after being in LA for 18 years. So I do film and television, and I also do novels and comic books and things to that effect. So that's basically me. You can get a hold of me if you want to learn anything about the film and television industry or publishing at Frank Zanca 5. It's ZANCA 5 at gmail.com.
Thanks, Frank, and thanks for showing up. Pretty cool. Now, I know you said you just arrived here. Now, I don't think you mean Zoom. Can you tell us where you're physically located? Because that may affect who you work with, right?
Oh, I'm in McDonough, so I'm 20 minutes outside of Atlanta.
Okay, awesome. Thanks a lot for that. That's helpful. Yeah, and you can put your information in the chat and people can connect with you. Awesome. Great job, Frank.
Okay, quick thing for Frank. Do you know that they're on Alignable? There's a video creators and learners group. Are you a part of that group? Because there's other filmmakers, people who are just getting started with video or big in video. I'll put it in the chat because I'm the leader of that group. That
Yeah,
way
because
you can.
I also do classes. I also do Zoom classes.
Okay.
Because I
But
was in
just want to
the-
get you in the right group with other people.
That would be great.
All right.
Awesome. Sounds great. Thanks a lot, Arba. And next we have Tammy B. On your mark, get set, and pitch.
Hello, I am Tammy B. I am a transformational speaker and spiritual life coach. I help people heal emotionally and grow intentionally and walk confidently in their purpose. I host a podcast, and through my guided clarity and honest conversations, I empower people to break their limited past beliefs. I can be found at www.dassawoman.com. That is also my social media handles.
Great. And by the way, if y'all find that you're getting close to the end of the time limit, don't feel like you have to put it on fast forward. It's okay for you to speak a couple of seconds after. It's there mostly to help you just be aware than it is to like cut you off like this is the Academy Awards and we're gonna like play the band and kick you off stage. Okay, so you're okay. Thank you, Tammy. Great job. Great energy. We love what you do and how you do it and how you show up. That was awesome. Next, we have Avanice. On your mark, get set, and pitch.
Hi, everyone. Did you know you can double your profit with 90 days or less without spending tons on marketing? Yes, you can. And that's what I do. I'm a business coach focusing on profit acceleration. You can reach me at talktoavanice.com. My website is yourbiz, B-I-Z, Nessbar, Nessbar.com. Looking forward to connecting with you.
Great job, Avanice. You become more and more concise every single week. I can tell you're practicing your pitch. You sound really confident. Way to go. Way to go.
I had breakfast.
And you had breakfast. There you go. That's why you have all that energy. That's awesome. All right. So, Ada or Ada? Ada?
Ada, yes.
Ada. Okay, sorry about that. On your mark, get set, and pitch.
Good morning. This is Ada Ebufo. I am an estate planning attorney. On the 29th of this month, I'm going to be speaking at a retirement home because one of the residents passed away. It turned out that his ex-wife is going to inherit everything, including life insurance. Meanwhile, he's been married to another woman for almost 27 years, and she's been taking care of him until he recently passed away. So the administrator there had heard about me, so she invited me to speak to them so we can work on a lot of them. So that's what I do. I help families to transform their love into legacies so that the ones they love can be protected. I can be reached at southernestateplanninglaw.com. southernestateplanninglaw.com. Thank you very much.
That's a really cool tagline, turning their love into legacy. That's so good. Way to go, Ada. You're getting better at this, using stories, etc. Great job. Nicole, and remember,
Thank you
guys.
for your advice too.
Oh, that's so nice of you. So as you guys remember, facts tell, but stories sell, right? So that's why we encourage people to use stories. It's just how our brains work. We like to visualize things and see things, and stories help us do that. Helps us remember too. So next we have Nicole Jolie. On your mark, get set, and pitch.
Would help if I unmuted. Hi, I'm Nicole Jolie, and I help you get found in ChatGPT and Manus and other AI tools, large language models that are now recommending people who are doing what you guys do and who people need to find. So I help you show up as the recommended business with the trust signals, not just another website, and fixing your business to be understood by the AI systems. You can get in touch with me at nicole@nicolejolie.com.
Awesome job. Awesome job. And Nicole did an amazing talk for us. I believe
No, I did not. It could have been a lot better, but I
and
gotta
she's also
apologize for
very
that.
critical of herself, as you can tell. So she has high standards, which is awesome, right? So Nicole has that call recorded, and Jennifer J will put how you can get to the recordings in the chat. If you did want to learn a little bit more about what she talked about that she does in depth, okay? So, or you could just get in contact with her, which is great too. Next, we're going to bring up Nate Dubois. On your mark, get set, and pitch.
What's up? I'm the founder of Legend Initiative, the place where brands transcend. We specialize in strategy, storytelling, and brand relations. So if you want to become a legend in your industry, we're the team you work with. And if you want to learn more about our program, go to legendinitiative.com. Once again, that's legendinitiative.com.
Great job. Next, we have Jennifer J. On your mark, get set, and pitch.
Hey, if High Level currently feels scattered, half-built, or just another tool, what would it mean for you if a certified admin who's already helped build seven-figure agencies and businesses on High Level sat down with you, reviewed your setup, and turned it into a system that finally supports the way you run your business? Hi, I'm Jennifer J. I'm that certified admin. Successful businesses aren't built on hustle, they're built on systems and strategies. Go to book.jenniferj.com to contact me.
Awesome job. And I will go next, okay? So, do us a favor, raise your hand if you want to raise your results in 2026. Awesome. Well, if you want to raise your results, you have to raise your standards. That's not me talking, that's Tony Robbins talking. My name's Elijah Cheeks, and I help business owners get 6 figures in funding in 90 days or coach them for free until they do. Right now is the best time to fix your credit and access capital because banks are more generous and the credit bureaus are on vacation. So if you want to learn more about how you can access capital in 2025, get some tax write-offs to close out the year and build massive momentum for 2026, go to ElijahCheeks.com and I'll talk to you one-on-one and show you exactly how you can do it. That's my pitch. All right. Next, we're going to have the one, the only, Lion Flood.
All right. So, am I unmuted?
Yes.
Okay. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, standing 6 feet tall, 216 pounds. You heard me, 216. I did the thing last week to find my weight. The one, the only hustle champion, Lion Flood, coming to the ring of virtual events. We help you in your virtual events stand out when your competitors are standing down. Get in touch with us at Vibinar.com. It's like a webinar, except we put a little bit of vibe into it. After all, I am the most interesting person in the room. I'm done.
Now you see why we make Lion go last. We used to have him go like in the middle or first, and it would just intimidate every human on the call. So now we just have him go last, so it's a little bit more fun. But also, he did do a recording, which was awesome, where he taught how he does some of those cool tricks that you see on his Zoom. So again, Jennifer J has probably already put in the chat how you guys can get into the actual video. So if you want to learn some cool stuff, check it out. He did a great job teaching. It was absolutely.
I'm coming after that belt. I'm coming after you, Lion. I won't get my own belt.
That's awesome. So we ended 6 minutes early because you guys are really good at doing the 30-second thing. So great job there. In the last 6 minutes, it's dealer's choice. We can hang out and talk about takeaways. I am going to ask that when we dive into takeaways, do us a favor and try not to use it as an opportunity to re-promote your business, because we just spent 20 minutes just promoting each other's businesses. We want to use this as a thought exercise where we can actually commune and mastermind and learn from each other. Or you can hop off and get some fresh air. It's up to you. So what do y'all want to do? Do you want to talk about takeaways in these last 5 minutes, or do you guys want to get off 5 minutes early?
Oh, I've got a takeaway real quick.
Sure.
So Jennifer, you were talking about the Pomodoro clock. This is my one here. So I have a physical one. So this is kind of what she was referencing. On each side, it has a specific time limit. Like that's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, etc. So that's my physical one, Jen.
Do you just hit it?
You just turn it. So if I do this, now I got 5 minutes, for example. So I just flip it. So if I want 10 minutes, I just flip it to the 10-minute side. And then when I flip it back, then it will have, there it is, the 10 minutes.
Oh,
So
yeah.
the 10 minutes is on the top of, like, when you flip it, it's on the top here.
Well, yeah, it's on each side. So the 5 minutes is up here. The 10 minutes is over here.
So
60
you
minutes
turn
is
it
over
like
here.
this to get the 10 minutes then.
Yeah, so I just do that. And then as soon as I flip it, the 10 minutes comes up.
I see.
And then you can set it to 20 minutes. You can set it to 8 minutes, but it also gives you a break. So it'll beep, tell me so if I want to target 10 minutes working on a project, then I'll have 5 minutes break. And then it'll remind me break time is over, get back to work kind of a thing. So it's just a really
Can you
cool
carry it with
physical.
you, like if you're going outside or something?
Yeah, it's rechargeable. Battery lasts for days actually. But yeah, you can put it in your purse, carry it in your pocket. It's just a little square timer, and it's got other features, but it's really great to keep you focused, targeted on a project, and things like that. It's like a stopwatch. It's got all kind of stuff.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Lion, because I
Yeah.
had no idea.
Me
What-
neither.
No, I had no idea what you was talking about, Jennifer, when you said
Oh, okay.
Pomodoro clock.
Okay, I didn't have time to do it.
That's why
I-
I'm saying I'm glad.
I
Lion-
will record a video and use it as content and tag everybody in it. I will post it on my socials.
Yeah.
What, Lion's Pomodorian clock or
Yeah.
what you use?
The Pomodoro
So
technique.
so I use if you go to
Pomofocus.io is
Yeah.
the one that I use.
yeah, it's just a browser timer.
Mhm.
You set it and then you tell it the same thing he did. So when he said I'm gonna work for 10 minutes, so usually I set it for 60 minutes and then it gives me breaks programmed in there, or you could tell it, well, I don't want breaks, do it after. There you go, Elijah. And then it'll do that, right? And so
You
when
put
it's
it in
time,
the chat,
the
oh,
thing-
Sure.
let me put my real glasses on. That's the problem.
right. So
What
see
if I
how
couldn't see?
right, and see how it has task at the bottom. You can. This is what I was saying. Put your task there that you're working on, and then it'll just go. And it's really loud, right?
Mhm.
And so, like, I'll be upstairs and it'll go off, and I'll be like, okay, crap, I gotta go back and start working. But it definitely helps you track what you've been working on, as well.
If y'all are excited about nerding out, the whole concept of the Pomodoro technique comes from like this actual person named Pomodoro who learned how our short-term memory works. And we have like a short-term memory and a long-term memory, and everything else is just not there. That's why we have to like repeat things a bunch to remember them and things of that sort. And your short-term memory is literally like 20 minutes long. And because it's so short, when you do something and you break it up into 20-minute batches and then give yourself a 5-minute break, you remember things more effectively because of the recency effect. You remember the first thing that you're reading or working on and the last thing that you're reading or working on. So a lot of people use it for studying when they're in school. They'll do 20 minutes on and a 5-minute break. And then it also prevent you from having that fatigue. I don't know if you're ever reading or working and you're like, you kind of get like this time dysmorphia where like you don't even know what's going on. You kind of like you read a couple of pages, but you don't know anything that's on the page. It's just because, you know, your brain just got tired, right? But if you give yourself that 5-minute break, and here's a tip, during that 5-minute break, no social media, don't call a friend, don't watch TV, don't do something that will make your brain make more decisions. You want to like drink water, do deep breaths, go outside, get some oxygen, right? You don't want to do anything else because that'll just wear your brain out. And then you come back to the task and you'll be able to crush it. You'll get more done with the 20-minute, 5-minute break, 20-minute, 5-minute break than if you just went 3 hours straight because of this technique. So it's effective for being, they use this a lot for high achievers. And people who have to get like a lot of tasks done, and all of us are business owners, so it's some you know form or which we're high achievers and have to get a lot of tasks done. So thank you for sharing that with everyone, Jennifer. It's a really cool technique.
No, thank you for adding that context because I did not know that, and that means I need to stop turning it to 60 and
I
leave
recommend that.
to what it was at, right? So now
Yeah.
you just help me become more efficient so that I can, you know, focus on, because I do get that. I do. Everything you said, you be like, what did I do? What just happened?
Or you're doing one
So-
task and it's taking longer than it should, right? You're like, why did
Yes.
it take me 25 minutes to send this one email, right? So
Yes.
the Pomodoro technique helps you with that stuff, right?
Fantastic. The short break is over. Get back to work.
There
See?
you go.
Yeah, so that guys use it this week. Let's everybody use it and come back and tell our experience next week. We
Have a
do
great
have a speaker
weekend.
next week, but we can fit it in. All right, have a great weekend, guys. Thank you so much. I will upload. I did forget to upload Nicole, so I'm gonna upload hers and mine right now after it renders, and I'm gonna take a 5-minute break. So have a good weekend, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.